Imagine a vast frozen expanse, the kingdom of the polar bear, a supreme predator, the absolute ruler of the ice, feared and respected by all. It has no natural enemies. Nothing challenges it. Nothing threatens it. Or at least, that's what we believe. But something strange has been happening. In the depths of the Arctic, where few dare to step, a mystery unfolds. A polar bear, a supreme giant of the ice, lies motionless on the snow. There are no signs of a fair fight. No rival predator nearby. No evidence of a fierce struggle, except the marks. Deep claw marks, sharp enough to slice through its thick layer of fat and skin like blades. And around the body, a trail of footprints. Small, but powerful. They encircle the carcass as if their owner had stood there, observing its work, before vanishing into the endless white. The ferocity of the wounds suggests a brutal attack, but there are no bite marks or signs of feeding. This was not a hunt. This was something else. It has happened before, but no one believes it. In the winter of 1987, another bear was found like this. Exactly like this. No fight, just fallen. But that time, we found something else. The old man's eyes drift into memory. He hesitates. What he saw all those years ago haunts him to this day. A shadow. A strange, undefined silhouette that no one could explain. Footprints that began and ended, as if something had emerged from nowhere and returned to it. But that doesn't make sense. Nothing simply disappears. Then, in the darkness, he hears it. Something is out there. Something that shouldn't be. In the northern reaches of Canada, another disturbing scene. At the break of a frozen morning, zookeepers stumbled upon the unexplainable. An adult polar bear, dead with no signs of a prolonged struggle. Only deep wounds in its throat and an eerie, chilling silence. There were no scratches scattered across its body, no bite marks typical of a predator fight. Just precise, deep cuts, enough to end the life of the most imposing creature in the region. Who or what could carry out such a calculated attack? A polar bear is not an easy target. Its size, its strength, its agility, none of it seemed to matter. The zookeepers searched for rational explanations, but none made sense. None of the other species in the zoo had the power to execute such a lethal attack without leaving signs of a struggle. The night had been calm. No roars, no sounds of battle were recorded. Just the biting cold and absolute silence. Whatever did this acted with deadly precision. And the most terrifying thing of all, it left only emptiness, an absence of answers, a lingering shadow of doubt that haunts everyone who witnessed the scene. And then, in the brutal winter of Siberia, a group of hunters witnessed the unthinkable. A bear, this time a brown bear weak from cold and hunger, fell victim to something no one could imagine. It wasn't a wolf. It wasn't another bear. There were no signs of a fight, no traces of a bloody battle. Just silence. Just the mutilated body of one of the region's greatest predators. As the hunters approached, a chill ran down their spines. Something was wrong. The wounds were precise, methodical. They weren't claw marks, they weren't bites. And then, around the carcass, something even more unsettling. A trail of footprints. Small, deliberate, but impossible. They circled the bear's remains as if the creature had studied its prey, analyzed every weakness before delivering the final blow. The footprints stretched a few yards through the snow, and then disappeared, as if they had never been there. Whatever did this left no trace. Only fear. Only unanswered questions. What could be hunting the greatest predator of the ice? The same creature was blamed for these events. Some suggested an unknown entity, a new species yet to be documented by science. Others believed it might be an unseen behavior, a hidden strategy of nature. But the answer may lie in an animal many underestimate. a creature wrapped in legends, known for its unimaginable strength for its size, its unmatched ferocity, and its absolute lack of fear. A being so resilient, it can challenge much larger predators without hesitation. Before revealing the mysterious predator, if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications to stay updated on future videos. The reveal. And then, the creature emerges. Surprisingly, it's an animal much smaller than a bear. Even more astonishing, it's the wolverine. Legends surround this animal. They say it can take on wolves, drive away mountain lions, and even dominate bears. Stories claim it latches onto the throats of its prey and doesn't let go until the victim is lifeless. But how true are these accounts? In 1985, a hunter in the Canadian Arctic claimed to have witnessed a wolverine kill a polar bear. According to his account, the bear initiated the attack, but the wolverine leaped onto its throat and held on, preventing the bear from breathing until it collapsed lifeless. The problem? This story was only told 36 years later by the hunter's son, who wasn't even there. And then we have another, more plausible case. In the 1980s, a Russian scientific report documented that a pair of wolverines attacked a weakened brown bear in the Kolyma River basin, killed it, and dragged its remains away to feed. In this case, the bear was already weak and vulnerable, making it a possible target. Now let's analyze the facts. Wolverines are incredibly strong for their size. They have powerful jaws, capable of crushing bones and devouring frozen flesh. Their claws are sharp and retractable, allowing them to climb trees and strike with precision. Additionally, their dense, loose fur protects them from bites. They are highly resilient, capable of traveling nearly 30 miles in a single night, relentless in their search for food. But could they really kill a healthy adult polar bear? Experts say no. While wolverines are intimidating and can scare larger predators away from their kills, facing a polar bear head-on is extremely unlikely. An adult polar bear can weigh up to 1,760 pounds. Its sheer size and brute strength make it nearly impossible for a lone wolverine to win in a fair fight. However, one factor remains: wolverines rarely fight fair. They attack opportunistically, targeting vulnerable points, wearing down their opponents, and exploiting any weakness. If a polar bear were injured or sick, could it be possible? Maybe. The mystery remains, and we may never know for sure what happened in that frozen landscape. But one thing is certain: the wolverine remains one of the most fascinating and misunderstood predators in the animal kingdom. Capable of unbelievable feats, it fuels legends that challenge our very understanding of the wild. And you? Do you believe a wolverine could really kill a polar bear? Or are these just myths from a world as cold and unforgiving as the Arctic itself? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next videos. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to check out more fascinating tales suggested here on the screen. See you next time.